Yes, people, good morning and welcome to a very windy, very cold and rainy edition of the Shoestring Budget Podcast. Slightly different format today, but you'll see shortly how things are going to change up. Firstly, I hope you're all good and you hit all your targets, all your goals, everything that you want to do today. I hope you hit all that and have a fantastic Friday. Wow, just like the weather, there's only one place we can start and only one thing we can talk about. The dark clouds are really starting to form above Tottenham Hotspur, and I say that with a smile, but am I a little bit sad? We'll find out. Enjoy. Yes, people, welcome back to the Shoestring Budget Podcast. As you can see, we have changed format today. No video. It's too cold, too wet, and also I'm not happy with the mic quality over the last few shows. So this is how we're doing it until I can afford a better mic. So, Tottenham Hotspur, oh my days, what is going on? What is going on for Igor Tudor's men? They're absolutely crumbling at the seams. Losing 3-1 last night to Crystal Palace. An absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Now 1 point, just 1 point off the relegation zone with only a handful of games left to play. And I would say this, they are probably, maybe even statistically, the worst team at this current moment in the Premier League. Now it looks like their time is well and truly coming to an end. And I'm thinking like, is this a good thing? I disagree with myself all the time with this because yeah, Schadenfreude, it's great. We're enjoying the banter. We're having a laugh. The irony that the first league that Arsenal have won in, probably like close to 20 years, in the same season, their biggest rivals get relegated. Like, from an outsider looking in, it's a bit funny. We love a bit of irony as human beings. Irony is everywhere. We love it. We relish it. Schadenfreude, saying the same thing. We just love to see when other people or the teams, when they have a bit of a wobble. But this is much more than a bit of a wobble. We're seeing a team getting slapped week in and week out. As the expression says, they get put into a spliff. They are atrocious. And we're seeing all of the fans at the moment kicking off. We saw there were so many pictures and videos released last night after last night's game of the Tottenham fans sat in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium just looking completely dejected. And, you know, again, I'm going to try and look at this from two angles. Obviously, a bit of me wants to have a bit of fun. I do want to see Spurs suffer a little bit. But the other half for me is like, this is one of the so-called Big Six. I've never really understood why they've been called the Big Six, or why they've been part of the Big Six, because like Spurs for me are like a Newcastle. They're like a good Premier League team. I think they're better than Newcastle or bigger than Newcastle, but they are a big Premier League team, but they aren't that big. Like, they shouldn't be in the same conversations as your Manchester Uniteds, your Liverpools, even your Arsenals. But they're a big club. I think this is going to be, if they go down, the biggest relegation that I have seen in my lifetime so far. They finished so far down the pecking order last year. They finished behind Manchester United before beating them in the Europa League final. This was a team that Ange just couldn't get a tune out of. A lot of injuries have hampered them, but it seems like every season they have injury crisis after injury crisis. I looked at their injury list and it's outrageous. And then the players that they do have, they're over emotional, and I get this is a stressful time, but you're getting your club captain sent off, it seems, every other month. I mean, he's missed the last 4 games. He's just about to come back and bolster that defence. And then Mickey van der Ven gets sent off last night. So he's now going to miss games, just as Romero's come back to bolster that. And you think Where do Spurs go from here other than down? Nottingham Forest getting a point against Man City. We spoke about it yesterday very briefly that it's great for the title race and for Arsenal, but for Forest, they've now gained a point on Spurs. West Ham winning, they're now just a point behind Spurs after, for most of the season, looking dead and buried along with Wolves. Wolves are resurgent, and there is a reality, a mathematical reality, that Wolves could catch up with Spurs. I think there's like 10 points between them, if that. Wolves have played more games, but like, we considered for most of the season again, Wolves to be one of the worst teams the Premier League has ever seen, especially this season. Certainly this season. Every other season they've been alright, but this season we thought dead and buried by probably October. We all said they're going down. Now they've found their feet and find themselves within a few wins away from Tottenham, and I think they have to play each other as well. Wolves have to play against quite a few relegation clubs, so there is a world at the moment where Wolves could stay up, and your Nottingham Forest, your West Ham, Burnley, obviously the Burnley I think are going down. I do think Wolves are going down. I'm just saying there is a world where they stay up because they are on a resurgence. West Ham under Nuno Espirito Santo have found their feet and they're climbing up the table slowly. I think they do have a slightly harder fixture list, but even when you look at the Tottenham Hotspur run-up, I'm going to just bring this up now. So Tottenham have still got to go to some incredibly difficult grounds. They've still got to go to, obviously they're playing Atletico Madrid. Watch them win at Atletico Madrid, by the way. Just watch that happen. If they can beat Atletico Madrid after losing their last 6 games on the bounce, I'd be furious as Igor Tudor. I'd be furious. I'd be like, how can you get up for a Champions League game, but you can't get up for a Fulham? You can't get up for a Crystal Palace. Can't get up for your own rivals in Arsenal to hamper their title charge, but yet you can get up for that Champions League anthem. The message that would send out, it would be insane. But they go to Anfield in their next Prem game on the 15th, and that is sandwiched in between the Atletico Madrid fixture. And then this is the big one, 22nd of March, 2:15 kickoff. I'm going to watch this. Tottenham take on Nottingham Forest, and that is the weekend that we could see Tottenham Hotspur entering the relegation zone. Wow. That could be the one where, not necessarily entering the relegation zone, they could be cementing themselves in the relegation zone. I think they'll be in the relegation zone after that Liverpool game. I think Liverpool will smack them. They'll go down. West Ham will probably win. Will probably get some points. Forest will get a couple of points. They'll go up. And it will be Tottenham. And then they'll slip further away if they lose to Nottingham Forest. They've then got to go to Sunderland. Usually Tottenham, like Sunderland v Tottenham, you'd have said foregone conclusion that it was a Spurs win. Not this season. Sunderland are flying. Sunderland are absolutely all over them in that game, in my opinion. Brighton, then that fixture that I spoke about earlier against Wolves, then Aston Villa, then another relegation scrap with Leeds, and then that big game at Stamford Bridge. Oh my days, yeah. I'm going to call it now. I think Tottenham are cooked. Tottenham are finished. There's not a chance. There's not a world I see them surviving. Not unless something mad happens. But now this is where the other half of me comes in. I feel a bit sorry for him. I do. I know I'm a softie. I know the boys are going to call me a softie for this. But I am a bit of a softie, and I feel so sorry more so for their fans, because the fans, I mean, I'm always on the side of the fans. And the fact of how they're being shafted week in, week out, Ticket prices yesterday, £70 upwards. I think they've got the second highest spend, per fan per game, sitting just below Arsenal. When you look at the difference in the table, that is ridiculous. Now I know they've got a brand new stadium to pay off, and there's a lot of money that go into that. Obviously that will help them if they do go down, but I don't know. It's a terrible look, and the fans won't be paying £70-80 a ticket to go and watch the likes of Millwall next season, to go and watch the likes of Stoke next season. They're just not going to do it. Now their income revenue stream is going to be fine because they've got probably big hitters like Beyonce still coming to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and the NFL will be propping them up. But I mean, that is the most Spursy thing, that your football won't be the reason that your club is being sustained. It's Beyonce that's sustaining your club. It's the NFL. It's the Miami Dolphins that are keeping you guys up financially. Like, it's just banter after banter after banter, FC. And yeah, I love a laugh. But for the fans, that is just... And then having the horrible scenes that are about to come your way when you see that title parade going through North London. Hearing that North London forever screamed from every street corner as Arsenal turn North London red whilst you're going down to the Championship. I mean, yeah, again, the Schadenfreude, fantastic. It's great. It's funny. But I do feel for the fans. I really do feel for the fans. It isn't nice. There should never be an entitlement to be in the Premier League. I will say that as well. You should never have to be in the Premier League because you are one of the so-called Big Six. You have to fight for it. And that is the beauty of our league, the beauty of football. So, tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think there's a chance that Tottenham Hotspur can salvage the little bit of those few remaining fixtures that they have. Can they salvage anything from it? Let me know. As always, like, subscribe. I hope the new format works a bit better. Slightly different tone on some news on myself. Hitting my goals still. Got just below 20k steps again yesterday. I think I'm on course for something like 150,000 steps this week so far. It's been a bit of an up and down week because I've not been very well, but back on it. Trying to burn that timber. I might cover some other stories next week. I'm not going to do anything over the weekend probably with Manchester United not playing. I am off, actually. I am off to the Molineux ground tonight to watch Wolves v Liverpool, just to take in the atmosphere a bit, enjoy hopefully another Wolverhampton Wanderers win, and anything to see the Scousers lose. You know I'll be there. But have a great day. Again, keep hitting your goals. You know, I hope everyone's good. And drop me a comment, reach out, let's chat. Anything about football, anything about life, I'm up for it. Have a great day, everyone. Peace.